Well, the subject came up yesterday about Michael Brecker lines and how he's just a master of playing outside. And I realized that I really don't know any Michael Brecker lines in this regard. I'm more of a concept improviser. I like to dig into the concepts behind the lines and then generate stuff just off the top of my head based on the concepts. And as far as playing outside goes, I divide up playing outside into different categories. Um, the first category would be what I call inherent tonality, which goes back to a previous lesson on generating triads and seventh chords from one chord scale. Well, each one of those chords you derive from the chord scale can be used as an alternate tonality, if you will, just to start going outside. So it's like a gateway to going outside. And keep in mind, there are a million different approaches to playing outside, because we have the chromatic scale we're working with, and if you do the math, there's like, what, 490 million something combinations of 12 notes. So there's many different ways you can alter the tonality. But this way is called inherent tonality, and we'll go back to the good old A Dorian, but we'll try to explore a different position. Here's A Dorian in the 7th position. And if you go through the 7th chords, you have A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, D7, E minor 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, G major 7, and A minor 7. And all those arpeggios are found in A Dorian. They're diatonic to A Dorian, if you will. So then any one of those can be used as a new tonal center that you can base your ideas around while playing over the basic chord A minor 7. So to start, I'm going to work with E minor 7 over A minor 7. And if you analyze it, the root of E minor 7 is the 5th of A minor 7. The flat 3rd of E minor 7 is the flat 7 of A minor 7. The 5th of E minor 7 is the 9th of A minor 7. And the flat 7 of E minor 7 is the 11th of A minor 7. That's a mouthful. So this is what it sounds like over A minor 7. Here's a good old funky backing track. Come on, hurry up, band in the box. Here's A minor 7. Here's E minor 7. That's your classic jazzy kind of sound over minor 7. So then you can start generating phrases where you're inside, outside, inside. So inside here is going to be A minor 7, outside is E minor 7, then back to A minor 7. Then, now that you're starting to think of E minor 7 as a new tonality, you can do all the things that go along with playing in E minor, including preceding it with its dominant chord, B7. So we'll be superimposing that over A minor 7. Band in a Box is so slow today. Hurry up. Come on. So then you start getting a little more outside sounding. And then I'm going to try doing a 2-5-1 in E minor. That would be F sharp minor 7 flat 5, which is really A minor 6 as it turns out. Then you got B7, A minor. So there you go. Then you can do that same sort of thing for every chord that you derive from A minor 7 or A Dorian. And so the way I look at it, you're exploring the inherent tonalities found in A Dorian. And then after that, things start getting a little more chromatic by adding in the dominant chord of each one of those, and then exploring 2-5-1s for each one of those. So, for example, like G major 7. Well, obviously, G major 7, it's 2-5-1 would be A minor 7, D7, G major 7. So even in the 2-5-1, you're starting inside and going outside as you progress. Let's see what that sounds like. The things you do when you're waiting for Band in a Box to process all this information. Here we go. So that's kind of exploring G major 7 as a new tonality and E minor 7 as a new tonality. All over A minor 7. So you can generate a lot more harmonic interest that way, thus more melodic interest. Because if you're just playing A minor pentatonic or A Dorian over the A minor 7 chord, it gets pretty boring pretty fast. So there is a little lesson on playing outside with what I call level 1, inherent tonality. Then after that we can get into more chromatic approaches, including symmetric scales, other outside chords, side slipping, and things like that. Check y'all later.